What's going on, guys? This is Joey Young Gaming coming at you with another video. Today we are going to be talking about Fear the Walking Dead episode 2. I want to forewarn anyone that hasn't seen this episode or want to see it, spoiler alerts, please exit out, watch your episode first, and then you can come back. We'll be talking about my thoughts and reviews on the episode, so there's going to be a lot of spoilers if you haven't seen it. But so let's start off. So this episode was really interesting. I really like this series so far. It's actually very fast-paced compared to The Walking Dead, especially season 1. They dove right into it just because I think that they are assuming that obviously a lot of the fans from the original Walking Dead have seen it or have watched at least some sort of episodes, or they're like expecting zombies. And the second episode, definitely they picked up the pace very fast. And you kind of see it in this episode, a lot of chaos, a lot of just people running around, freaking out about, the outbreak. And they're already, looking like, half the city or whatever is already getting, converted to being a zombie. I forget exactly what happened in the beginning, but pretty much, kind of summarize it a little bit. The episode opens up, obviously from the first one, the two parents and the son, they, obviously killed a zombie. They freak out. They don't know what's going on, so they kind of like back out of their truck, go home as fast as they can. They're trying to figure out, what the heck, did they just kill a person or did they just kill, a zombie? Obviously, they don't know it's a zombie. It's some sort of virus. They think it's spreading and making people kind of like violent. So they freak out, obviously, it's a good thing. So they try to figure out, where their daughter is, try to get the whole family together and try to get out of the city and away from people. So that's actually very smart of this family, because they were like, okay, let's gather everybody and let's just get out of the city, away from people, like into the desert. Start calling people, obviously, make, the TV show a little bit more interesting. People aren't picking up, people like are somewhere else. So it cuts to kind of like the daughter. The daughter's like, kind of like walking back from school, and she crosses her boyfriend's house and decides to go in there and check to see if he's home. If you watch the first episode, what happened was they were supposed to meet up at some place in the beach or whatever, and the guy never showed up. So she was like, did he stood me up, or did this happen? Something happened, and the first thing she noticed was the door was wide open. So she thought, oh crap, did someone bite him? Did someone get him? Did someone rob him? Something like that. Went in, checked the place, and then sees the guy, just on his bed, just really, really like with a high fever, and looks like he's dying. And then it cuts, scenes, and it shows the parents running in, saying, hey, where are you at? Calling her on the phone. He's like, oh, I'm at, what and so's house, and then so they run over there. And they freak out because the guy looks really sick, and they were like, "Step away from him! We gotta get out of here." And she gets some water or something like that. And the guy, they check him out, and it looks like he had a bite, like right here. And I was just like, "Ooh!" So that guy was obviously dead, but they didn't know if it was kind of contagious in terms of if that person's like sick and if you're close to it, airborne. They didn't know any of that, right? So they freaked out. They were just like, get away from him. We gotta go. And they went. And what was really crazy is, the dad of this family obviously had like his ex-wife and his son that lives in the same town but somewhere else. And he was trying to find out what was going on with them. Been calling them. And then so what happened was, they split families and say, you guys stay here, I'm going to get my other family real quick, and then we'll all leave together, into the desert somewhere, like away from people. Smart plan. So he had to drive into downtown pretty much, and there's traffic everywhere because people are freaking out because of this outbreak. And the dad's doing one thing, the mom's doing another thing, and friggin', another like shoot up in downtown. The cops shoot up some homeless guy, and obviously he's like a zombie. They said like it shot him like 20 times, whatever. and the dude is like a zombie. You know, it's just like what the heck. But all in all, like get down to it, like the mom kills another zombie. She like freaks out. She's like, oh crap, I killed somebody. The dad is trapped somewhere downtown because there's a huge riot. Like people are like just raging because there was just like, you know, it's crazy. But yeah, so the second episode is really interesting. It's catching my attention a lot. I really enjoy it. I can see the next couple episodes just complete chaos, like in terms of like people breaking down, people robbing each other, you know, stealing and all that, because right now it's going to be really critical because people don't know what's going on. They're going to need water, they're going to need, you know, ammo, pretty much, like guns, stuff like that, and there's going to be a lot of killing for no reason because they need that stuff. And there's going to be a lot of people trying to get out of the city, and the traffic is just crazy, you know, because this is in LA, and LA is already crazy in terms of traffic, and it's even more crazy because people are just trying to get out. So it's going to be very interesting. Because right now the zombie spreading is just very small. Like I'm waiting for like a mass group just to like break and just like run and just like kill a bunch of people, and those people turn and just more and more. So this is going to get really interesting. I've given like way too much info. I kind of want you guys to watch it and let me know what you guys think about this series so far, and what about episode 2? What do you guys think of episode 3, prediction wise? Let me kind of throw my predictions out of what's going to happen, and you guys can kind of like chime in the comments below. But I think in the third episode, obviously the family, they're separated right now. The dad is gonna try to, you know, obviously meet up with the mom, but something's gonna happen where, you know, they can't reach each other because they're like way too far. One of them was gonna have to leave first and say, "Hey, we're gonna meet here, and we'll get you, you know, we'll get there later." So that's why I'm thinking it's gonna happen, and you know, obviously, those two families are gonna try to meet each other, and on the way, there's gonna be a bunch of like just chaos, a bunch of killing, a bunch of randomness. So it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and peace.